Okay, I think this is day 33 of me posting every single day. This video was supposed to be posted yesterday, but I was studying with a friend of mine and did not get back till like 11 or something, so I fell straight asleep. Day 33. And thank you guys for 200 subscribers on YouTube. Appreciate it. And also, if you don't know yet, the Discord channel is now available. There's some interesting things in here and a lot of actually interesting discussion. So if you want to join, please go ahead and join. It's a really chill place. At least I hope it'll be a chill place and XYZ things. But I'm not here to make an ad. I'm here to actually code. So the current situation for the game. So yeah, some progress has been made. I don't know exactly what was in the last video, but right now I can shoot bullets and things, and I also have it so like at a certain score, and you can take damage. As you see, the speed is now increased after you score 100 points, and I believe that's how it works in the original game as well. I think it's slightly bugged because the speed really should have increased by now. But yeah, you can also die if I get hit here, if I can't get hit. There we go. So yeah, and the press game over. So some progress has been made. However, the current issue is that I need each row to count for different. Now right now it is actually counting for different. Every single row going back count for 10 more. So like, God, this is so hard to explain without drawing. So here are the rows, right? Here's the first row, second row, third row, fourth row, XYZ. The indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this fourth row is counting for 10. Second row is counting for 20. This one is counting for 30, so on and so forth. Now in Space Invaders, I believe the way it actually works. God, I can't even use my computer. Not sure why my computer's lagging so much. But yeah, in Space Invaders, like I believe these first two rows are 10. The next two back rows are 20, and the very back row is 30. So that's the kind of functionality I need to achieve. And I think the best way to do this is actually in an object-oriented manner. And by, let me quit some things here, get the speed back up, and have my my enemies have objects, and each object have a type, so that I can just define a type when I'm creating the grid of enemies. For each enemy to, have a type of, XYZ thing. And I think in general, when you're doing game dev, that's how you're supposed to do it, is in an object-oriented way. I don't know why I didn't start out that way, but that's currently the plan, is to go object-oriented. But yeah, after that very long explanation, let me now actually get into the coding. Give me 1 second here, I need to change some settings. Okay, so taking a, what the hell? Some advice from some of the people in Discord to write my pseudocode out. So that is what's going to happen. Okay, so I'm thinking no, because the enemy moves a lot different than that's where the enemy movement is. These things may just remain the same. So what's going to effectively happen is that this line will probably change, so that when we're adding enemies, instead of just making a random rectangle, we're adding our class of enemy that has some other values appended, like a point value. No, because the movement is not constant. That's the current thought there. Is a rect. So that's what I'm currently thinking. Not sure what else I would even need to do, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to start coding. Ignore my variable names. I am not known for variable naming. Oh, why does this look wrong? Need Pygame. I'm doing something wrong here. No, I guess that's just how the syntax highlighting works. That's interesting. So, how are we going to do this? So while we're creating the grid, it sounds weird, so I would have to say, like, if we're on 0, then we would say point value is 10. If we're on 1, point value is 10. Then rows 2 and 3 would be, I don't know why that sounds kind of inefficient. Maybe it's not inefficient. Yeah, I think at any point in time we would have to, while we're creating the grid, actually determine based on the current row we're trying to fill out what type of enemy it's going to be. So I think that's fine. Now the question is, how should I be defining the creation of the rectangle in here? Or should I have a method called like enemy.create or something? I'm not even sure how they do that in Pygame. But to me, it sounds like you would do it inside the initialization function. You would do something like return. create all the bold attributes and update. Oh, this is interesting. Reshot sprites. To inherit the sprite class. Oh, that's vector. I'm not trying to do that. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. So it's calling the initialization function of the sprite class and the initialization function of the ball. Is this how it's supposed to be done? Wait, how's the sprite class even work? That sprite image and sprite rect attributes. I can set any number of group instances. Call the parent class. Create an image. Whatever. I'm kind of confused here. It looks like by doing this, you can now self as effectively a sprite, and you can call the attributes of the sprite class inside this constructor. Kind of interesting. I'm just going to give this AI to explain this to me. Not entirely sure if I understand that properly. This is kind of what I need to do here. I need to define an actual rectangle, return it from this class. So we call enemy here, we get a rectangle back. And then add my own attributes to the thing. By inheriting the sprite class, the ball class, can change the attributes of the sprite class. Can I define an enemy class that is a rect? Not well. Okay. I'm confused if I'm using the wrong syntax here. Am I supposed to do this and then call self.x or something and self.y? Okay, so it looks like that is actually the correct syntax there. I've never seen that before, but I guess it makes sense. So we can go packing rect. Then here we could self.x, self.y, hiding the point value. Guess we could probably test this. So would self.point value even work here? the question. Because enemy is now effectively a rect. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's self dot vector equals the vector. Huh. Okay, so I think the best way to figure this out is to actually. Nope. Is to actually print some of this stuff out. So what am I trying to print here? First, I think I need to see what self itself is actually is. Like, what is self? Then we need to say the x dot x, right? The y is self dot y. I am slow still at typing. The width is self dot width, and the height is self dot height. Let's say the point value self dot point value. So what I'll do here is just very simple. Create a new enemy and pass in everything that we want. So let's just create some random values here. 10, 10, 10, or 50 width, 70 height, point value of 15. Then we basically want to print this out to the console and see what happens. Error. Okay. Oh, so I have to do rect.rect. What the hell just happened? Hey, the scripter initialization requires a pygame rect.rect object, but received an enemy. Okay, yeah, it receives self, which is technically an enemy. Is that's what they did here? Oh, wait a minute. What the hell? Okay, why is it sometimes I don't be doing anything? Did I break something? Like, oh, Python. What? What the hell is going on here? Let me just create a new terminal. What the hell? I already have Pygame installed. Why? That was weird. I thought I had Pygame installed. Apparently I didn't. I didn't have it in this virtual environment. Argument must be a rec style object. I thought that was the entire point of this, is that you create an enemy that is a rect with extra attributes. Is that not exactly what they're doing here? What am I missing? I'm not exactly sure how it knew my original code, but I guess that's the power of AI. Oh, I think I know what happened. Why in their example, so I think yeah, Pygame function that requires I think in their example, Sprite doesn't take in anything required. However, also, yeah, I do know about the super function. I guess that's another way to do it. When were these docs written? I don't think the Pygame documentation is that old, is it? Okay, so, but regardless, okay. Oh, you don't need to manually reassign them to these. It already has all the properties of X, Y. Oh, so all this is wrong. Okay, yeah, I probably should have known this, to be honest with you. Okay. Oh, that's not what I expect to be printed out. I mean, X will not be defined here, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, why is it not? What the hell is happening? Why is it not even running? I don't know what's going on there. Wait, am I not using repr correctly either? I thought that's how this worked. Enemy is wrecked. Okay. But now, okay, I guess I don't know how to use repr either. What? Print a repr of the object? That is not how I thought that worked. What the hell is going on? What? Am I crazy? Like, I am almost positive that is not what boot.dev was saying. Wouldn't be in this course. God. The research is not that great. I know they talked about this in the course, and I'm almost positive that the reverse syntax they presented was not this. Where did they talk about this? This is so annoying. Like, I could swear on my life that is not the reverse syntax. If I could find this. Oh yeah, so you explain the reformation later. Where do you explain it? Okay, so string is another way to do it. There's no example here. Okay, but where did I see this, man? Did they ever print just a rectangle out? I don't think they ever did. I need to search for __. I don't know, their search is bad. What the hell? I don't know why. I could swear on my life that Reaper does not use that syntax. Okay, and now I'm downright confused. What the hell? Why does print enemy not work and does work? I could swear to God that in this course we learned that Ripper, how to use Ripper, and you didn't have to do whatever syntax this is. But maybe I am crazy. What? Wait, is that the reason it wasn't working? I mean, that does make sense now that I think about it. No. It's still printing the actual rectangle and not the Ripper function. Okay, maybe I just don't know Python syntax. I don't know, man. Okay, I've been going for 45 minutes at this point. But I'm almost positive that you could use Ripper without whatever syntax this is that Gemini pulled up. I could swear on my life you could do that. I'm gonna find that thing boot.dev and figure it out. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on tomorrow. This has been a very long video. But yeah, continue to work on this.